Michaela with LearnWire here, and today we are going to go over Worklenz. Now, Worklenz is kind of an all-in-one project management software, so you can assign tasks to coworkers, you can keep track of hours, just a bunch of tools to help you streamline your project management. Worklenz is best going to be used by marketing agencies, project managers, and C-suite users, and it's a great alternative to Asana, Monday, and Trello. It's got a 4.9 taco rating across 4 reviews, so that's pretty good. It was founded by Kalinga, and looking at the questions, it does look like they respond to every question. However, their answers are pretty short, but they do respond to most of the reviews. Now, there are 10 different plans for you to choose from, depending on the scope of your team. Plan 1, starting at $69, includes all available features, 5 team members, 5 gigs of free storage, and you get unlimited active projects. Plan 2 at $138 comes with all available features, 10 team members, 10 gigs of space, and unlimited active projects. Plan 3 at $207 includes all features. You get 15 team members, 15 gigs of free storage, and unlimited active projects. Plan 4 comes with all available features, 20 team members, 20 gigs of free storage, and unlimited active projects. Plan 4 at $276 comes with all available features, 20 team members, 20 gigs of free storage, and unlimited active projects. Plan 5, starting at $345, comes with all available features, 25 team members, 25 gigs of free storage, and unlimited active projects. Plan 6 at $414 comes with all available features, 30 team members, 30 gigs of free storage, and unlimited active project. Plan 7 at $483 comes with all available features, 35 team members, 35 gigs of free storage, and unlimited active projects. Plan 8 at $552 includes all available features, 40 team members, 40 gigs of free storage, and unlimited active projects. Plan 9 at $621 includes all available features, 45 team members, 45 gigs of free storage, and unlimited active projects. And finally, Plan 10 at $690 includes all available features, 50 team members, 50 gigs of free storage, and that's right, you guessed it, unlimited active projects. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the software itself. This is the Worklenz dashboard. Right away, we've got our date, we have a summary of our tasks, the project they are on, and the status of this project, as well as the due date. Now, if we need to refresh, maybe we've had this tab open for a few days or so, we can hit this nice little circly arrow button and we can refresh our tasks. We can also see tasks assigned to me or assigned by me, so you can see which ones are assigned to you or which ones you've assigned to other people. We can also sort out our tasks, so we can see all of our tasks, the tasks assigned to us today, all tasks with an upcoming due date, all tasks that are overdue, and all tasks that don't have a due date. Now, Worklenz defaults this to a list view, but if you want to see it in a calendar, you can just click this handy dandy little calendar, and it'll show your tasks in a calendar view when they are due. We can also change the year of this calendar and the month of the calendar, and while the calendar does default to a monthly view, we can also change it to a yearly view as well. We also have a nice to-do list right here on the right that will show all tasks that we need to do. And we can also filter out our projects by our recent projects and our favorite projects. Okay, so let's take a look at our projects. So I've just created this demo project. We can see the name of it. We can also input the client. We can also choose a category for it. We can set the status of it, so we have proposed, we have the progress of each of the tasks, when it was last updated, and all of the members included into it. We can also change the settings of our project, and we can archive our project. So if we're done with it and we don't want to see it on our dashboard anymore, we can just click that and it'll go away. Alright, so let's go ahead and create a project. We're going to be very creative with our project name. We're just going to call this name. Now, if you want to assign a color for the project, so you have a variety of different projects and you want to sort them by color. So, blue is financial projects, green is science projects, or whatever. You can change the label of your project color right here by clicking on it. And there are a bunch of pre-made colors that you can choose from. all very pretty. I actually really like those colors. We'll keep it with blue. We can also change the status of our project. It defaults to proposed, but we can change it to in planning, in progress, completed, continuous, canceled, blocked, or on hold. So we'll keep this as proposed. You can also set the health of your project. So if there's some sensitive stuff involved with it and it needs attention, you can set it to it needs attention. If it's at risk, or if everything is running smoothly, you can set that health to good. We can also assign it to a category by clicking on it. And if there are no categories there, or if you need to just create a new category, we can click this fancy new category button. We'll call this one category. Very creative. And then we can also add any notes. If I could spell notes right, that would be great. And we can also assign a client to it. Right now we don't have any clients, but I can add a new client by simply typing in client, it's loading data, and add client. If we want to assign someone to be the project manager, we can assign them right here. So I will stay as the project manager. We can have our start date. So when we've started the project, we'll have that be today. And then when the project is due, which will have our due date be on the 31st. It will also give us the estimated working days, the estimated days in manpower, and about how many hours per day. So we can estimate how many days it will take, how many hours, everything like that. So we'll go ahead and create that. Right away, it brought us into our task list. So it will show us a list of all of our tasks that we have yet to do, that we are currently doing, and ones that are already done. So let's go ahead and create our task. And we have our task key, which is going to be a unique identifier for each task. We can select the phase that our task is in. We can assign any assignees. We'll assign myself. We can select our due date. We'll have the due date be the 8th. We can also estimate how long this task is going to take. So say we think it's going to take 8 hours to do. We can specify that there. We can also set the priority of the task. So if it's low priority, medium priority, and high priority. We can also add any labels onto it. We'll just label this one label. We can also set up the task to notify us or whoever is team lead as to when it's successfully completed. So I will have it notify myself. We can add a detailed description of what exactly the task involves. We can also create subtasks. So say our task has a bunch of different moving parts to it and we want to keep track of the completion of all of those tasks. We can create a bunch of different subtasks for it. So we'll add subtask 1 and subtask 2. Perfect. We can also set the priority of each of these and determine whether or not they still need to be done, whether they're in progress or if they are completed. We can also assign these subtasks to other people. So if one task has a bunch of different moving parts, each assigned to a different person, you can assign that person right here. You can also delete it or edit the task. We can also add any attachments to it. So if there are files that specifically go on with this task and that are needed for this task, we can attach them here. And we can also leave any comments right below. And then last but not least, we can name our task and dictate if it's still yet to do, if we're doing it, or if it has been done. Another thing that Worklenz allows you to do is it allows you to keep a log of all of the time worked on this task. So you can actively keep track of how long you're working on a task by clicking this little play button up here. That will start the timer, and you can use this to keep track of how long you've been working on a task. Or say you forgot to track your time in real time, you can go ahead, click this add time log button below, and you can manually enter in the time, and you can manually keep track of the time spent working on this task. So we have the start date as today. We have the start time as 2 o'clock and the end time as now. And then we can also write a description of the work we've done and we can log time. We can also export this time log to Excel so we can have an Excel sheet of all of the time spent working on this one task. Finally, each task comes with an activity log so we can keep track of all of the activity across this one task. All right. And here is our task. Now that this is here, I see that there is a handy dandy little shortcut to time tracking. So we can start on that and we are now working on our task. Now, say our list consists of a bunch of different tasks. We're just going to play pretend here for a moment. We have a bunch of different sorting options for this. So we can sort by task, by the status, by the priority, the start date, end date, completed task, created data, last updated. And we can also change if we want that in ascending or descending order. We can also look at all items that are in low priority, medium priority, or high priority, as well as all tasks under a specific label and the members working on it. All right. There's also a nice little workboard that you can do. Similar to Trello, we can move this task over to doing if we are currently in the process of doing it, or over to done if it is done. Next, we have our workload. This is going to be kind of a calendar look of how long everyone has been working on this task. So you get an overall view of who has been working on what, who's been putting in the hours, maybe who's slacking, or maybe someone's doing everything. You can see all of that right here. You can also hover over this, and it'll kind of give you a short rundown on all of the different tasks. We can also click on each team member, and it will kind of give us an overview of all of the tasks they have been working on. So we have our overview with our nice little donut graph. We have all tasks, tasks without start date, without end date, and tasks without start or end dates. So this is kind of a nice detailed way to see all of the different tasks that each team member is working on. Next, we have a roadmap. So we can see a calendar view of all tasks and kind of make sure that we are on point to finish everything when they are supposed to be finished. We can also see the insights of all of the tasks. So we can see our completed tasks, our incomplete tasks, any tasks that are overdue, our underlogged hours. We have an overview of our status in that nice little donut graph. We've got a bar graph here for the different priority tasks. We have our last updated tasks, and we can kind of see all of our overdue tasks based on our project deadline. We can also narrow this down by our members, so we can see each member, their task count, the percentage of their contribution, how many completed tasks, incomplete tasks, overdue tasks, and their completion percentage right here. We can also click this arrow and see a more detailed view of each of these tasks. We can also break everything down by task, so we see our completed tasks, we can see any tasks that are overdue, which tasks have been overlogged, so if the time spent on it has taken more time than what we imagined. We can see any tasks that were completed early or completed late. So we can see if someone maybe they're taking more time to do their tasks than what we would thought. You can see all of that information right here. All right, next, we can take a look at our files. So this is going to be just a list of all attachments included in this project across all tasks. We can also take a look at our members. We can see their tasks, the progress. We can also see what access they have. And we can delete them right here. And we can remove them from the project. And then finally, we have our updates, which is just going to be a general comment thread. This is where you can post any updates you have to this project and this task. Next, we have our schedule, so we can see a calendar view of everyone's tasks and what they're working on and when they have been completed. We can also change this calendar view to today. Maybe we've scrolled to the date when we first started the project and we want to go all the way back to today. We can just hit this nice little today button. We can also jump to either a specific week or we can jump to the start of a specific month. So say we want to see May, we can just go ahead and jump right there. This would be our activity right here. And finally, we have our reporting. So we can see an overview on our teams and the different projects and how many members there are for each project. We can also see how many members have overdue tasks and how many members don't have any tasks. We can also see the various teams. So we can see how many projects they're working on and the members of each team. We can also go into a little bit of a detailed look on our projects. So we have the project name. We can also see the estimated time that we thought it would take versus the actual time it took. We can also see what percentage of tasks are completed. We can see what the last activity was, what the status was, what the start and end date was. We can see how many days are left in the project, or if it's overdue, how many days it's overdue. We can see the project health, so if it's in good health, everything's running smoothly, everything is running on time, and we're good to go. We can see that there. We can see the category of it, if there's an update to the projects, and who the project manager is. Now we can also take a look at our different members, so we can see what their task percentage is, how many tasks they've been assigned, the overdue tasks, how many completed tasks they have, and how many tasks they currently have ongoing. And then you can also look at your time reports. So we can see how long each person has spent working on a project, as well as the total time that project has taken. We can also take a look at a sideways bar graph, so we can better visualize how long each project has taken. If there's more than one project, then there will be a bunch of different bars. We can also change this to the last 7 days, yesterday, last week, the last 30 days, the last month, etc., etc. So we can kind of compare and contrast how long projects have taken. We can do the same with the different team members, as well as the estimated time it would have taken versus the actual time it would have taken. All right. And that was Worklenz. All in all, I really liked it. It was simple. It was easy to use. Everything went smoothly. No major bugs. Nothing awful about it. No huge loading times. Nothing like that. As someone who does a decent amount of freelance work, this would be a really good tool for me to use, just even to keep myself on track and make sure I'm doing all of my projects, and I can keep an eye on things and make sure nothing's falling in the cracks or falling behind, and it'll shame me if I am being lazy and don't want to work on something right away. So I definitely am probably going to look into actually using this myself, just to keep track of my projects and to keep myself accountable. It could use a dark theme, but I think that's probably the biggest slight I have against it. So all in all, really good, really like it. I will probably give it a 4.7 because I really want that dark theme. If you have any questions, comments, any features that you want to see in this, put them below in the comments, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!